I know moment. Because that's what I need from you guys. I need for you to think of me like you think of a newspaper. When you think of a newspaper in old school, you're thinking probably New York Times, LA Times, New York County Register. And so when like painting comes up, I want you to say, bam, first thing, I know John Thomas painting. So those are some things that I'm really looking for. We've got these pins, we give them away. I got them from Kathy Aliwalia. They're awesome, so now's the time to get those away. And there's information on these pins. They have the website, they got the phone number, they work. Not social security number. No passwords. Business card. You have my business card in your car?
Yeah.
Keep that.
Where did you get them from?
I got those from, let's see, Sheila. World's best printer. Best prices, best service, I think, more than anything. And so at that aha moment, they might have a couple questions, maybe not, maybe it's just a quick, thanks a lot. You find a way to tell them about me. But, we can talk about, we talked about color last week, and, they have a swatch, and lots of people when they go and pick out paint products, they don't think of in terms of manufacturers, they think about color. So, they give you that swatch, they have a swatch, and it comes from, let's say, instead of maybe the top three in our area, or, Dunn, Vista, and Behr, maybe it's from Glidden, maybe it's from Frazee, maybe it's from some, we can go there and get that. I can use whatever they want to use, and it matches perfectly, and those are some things that you can have confidence, he's very flexible on that. He has a website. So, maybe they have a smartphone, you can say, hey, plug in johnthomaspainting.com, and it'll come up on their phone. Like right here, I just did this with my phone, and there's my website right there on their phone. And you can be talking to them, and then you can just say, hey, do you have a smartphone? And they probably, a lot of people do. Probably 90, I don't know, 90%, I don't know the numbers. But it's pretty neat. And the Wi-Fi connection here at David L. Baker this sucks. But other than that, no, I didn't connect. That's through through whatever is Safari or one of those fancy words like that. I have how am I getting customers? I'm getting customers from you guys. I went through because things changed. I used to work for general contractors. I was thinking I was high and mighty. I got like 3, 4, 5 contractors, and I'm sitting there talking to my CPA, and I'm like, hey, I can give up this late tip thing. And he goes, whoa, take it easy. I've been through a few more rodeos than you have, and someone's going out of business. Things are going to change. Don't give up on that retail side of the business. And man, I think it was 6, 9 months, I don't know, a year later. The last 4 years have been interesting. Guys that I used to do work for all the time are glorified handymen now, and so through this group I stayed in business through developing the website. I did that 4 years ago, and it's been great for me. On this May list, 46 members. I've done work for 30 of them, 70%, and of the 20 I've done multiple jobs for. So look at that, you guys are, that's where I'm getting customers from you guys. I'm getting customers from the website and my referrals, but you guys are really, really important to me, and I don't want it to be that moment that, this is the guy, that's the go-to guy, when there's, it's kind of like when it comes down to, there's a computer problem, who do you think of first? Boom, it's like, bam, Zephyr Networks. It's just not a question. Call this guy up. He can solve your problem. You'll have it fixed, right away. He has representatives. He has a staff. We have a staff. It's not like I'm going to just show up and take on a 5-bedroom interior, exterior house and take off all the wallpaper. We've got people that can do the job. They're trained. They're they're bonded. They're insured. They have workers' comp. We have all those items that you need. I have this flyer that I send out to all my customers. And I have like 800 names now. I'm coming up on 20 years on this little, shindig that filled in from losing a job. I painted a garage door, and now here we are. We have, a couple of crews and a website, and I send that thing out, and I get a response, at least one a month, of someone's like, oh yeah, You know, I forgot. You know, I forgot about it. You know, all the bids that I put out that I don't get, which is a lot. You know, I don't want to say that. Did everybody get a pen? Anybody not get a pen? If you want to get that pen, it's got a website and a phone number. Because, as Dennis would say, at some point we're going to talk on the phone. Right. You know, it's like I have yet to have a contract where we went and I found them. And they contacted me through the website. I bid it through pictures, and then I sent the proposal, and they hired me, and I went and did it. And at some point we talk, especially when they want to pay me. You know, I don't have that, Sean. They can't pay me through the, you know, PayPal. They could pay PayPal.
We can do that.
That's true. So the flyer's been really good for me. So if you're not doing a flyer once a month, come up with something and send it out to all the people that, you know, yes or no, good, bad, indifferent. It's funny how that comes back to you. You know, I have a Facebook page. I support it. So that's been kind of cool. I've gotten this. I read a book in Baltimore, and it was on my daughter's Kindle Fire. So I got this thing, and I'm kind of testing it out. And I have these pictures of 2 different projects and my Yosemite pictures. So if you don't like the paint pictures, you can look at those. But you can just select that, and it's pretty, you know, if you have any kind of phone that swipes, you can go ahead and give it a try, and I'll pass that around. You know, I'm local. I'm married, 3 kids. Still have a mortgage. You know, I'm really not going anywhere, you know. Lots of people kind of like that. You can talk to me. You know, because when we get the job, people already trust us. They already kind of have this, you know, okay. So it's all about the next one. You know, it's all about performing, starting on time, ending on time, taking care of problems, because there's going to be something. You know what I mean? They're going to come out and turn their sprinklers on, and it's like, psh, you know, and you know, like we just, yesterday went and looked at this garage door, and they have, oh, you know how they have those features on top, and you can let light in, but there's glass, and then there's the detail behind it. And I'm like, yeah, I've done this one before. You know, we have to be careful. We have to make sure someone holds the outside while we unscrew the inside, because we did it before where we went and then bam, bust the glass. You know, crap. You know, we've gone through a bunch of different stuff. We've kind of come across, you know, so I just want you guys to just think about in terms of Thomas painting and, you know, the integrity that we have and how each job is really important to us. And how important lay tips have been to me. You know, I mean, those numbers don't lie, and that's really, really awesome. So I want to thank you. If you have any questions, I got a couple more minutes, so it's on you guys. Kim.
Do you have a preference of spraying or rolling?
It depends on the job. Well, yeah, of course, it always depends on what the customer wants. But you know, it's like, it depends on the job. You know, you're not just going to go into someone's house and go, oh, look at this dining room here, and it's got all this fine furniture, and just fire it up. You know, sometimes things need to be sprayed and then rolled behind so that it gets into a porous surface. It depends on the situation. You know, eaves and the exterior homes, we like to spray those because those are just, I mean, labor-wise, just to go through and brush and roll those, you know, it just doesn't work out. So. Yes?
Can you mix colors? Like, say you have a specific color. Can you get that to match that? Is that difficult?
No. We can match anything. You know, we've had people give us a pillow. And it can be done, you know. I mean, we'll find a way to match it. We're not going to say no. I mean, come on. They want that weird little gray area. We'll spend the time, you know. Ask Sherry Boone. We'll spend the time on whatever. Well, you know, when you start with 12 quarts, you know what I mean? We're patient. We're patient. Well, anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Oh, one right there.
I just wanted to say that John just finished our house, and we live in a planned community, like Irvine. Yay. They're a bunch of fascists, and they make you do everything by the book, right? And we've been spending, almost a year now trying to finally get everything squared away so it is perfect the way they want it. And then, of course, he and his crew had to spend about a week and a half with my wife, who basically in another life was running a concentration camp. So kudos to John and his staff for putting up with my wife for a week. And they did a great job. People are walking up to our house asking us who painted it, and we're telling them it's John's.
Wow.
So there you go.